I'm so happy to be here tonight. I really am. It was a long week. And it's raining out. And we're sort of like in Noah's Ark together. Melanie's going like this, right? We're sort of like bouncing along together. Michael, turn off your phone, love. So silly.
Transport you to a different place. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And we'll sing it again a couple of times and let the melody transport you.
Shabbat angels are flying around, and they're looking down on us and saying, oh, it's so nice to be at Temple Israel of Hollywood. It's so wet outside. We're so happy to be together. Page 11, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom,
Who are the angels that came into your life this week? Who are the ones that maybe took care of you, talked to you, gave you a hug, held you when you were crying, laughed when you laughed? Who were those angels? As Oliver comes up and lights the Shabbat candles with his family, if you could find someone that you don't know here, turn your chair, find someone you don't know, introduce yourself, and maybe tell them who your angel was this week and what your angel did for you.
Use an angel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. Please turn to page 21. I have a new melody to teach you. I think we can maybe do it slower than we did in rehearsal. I'm thinking I feel it a little slower. Bum, 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 bum. Shiru shiru ladonai, shiru shiru shir chadash, shiru shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru shiru ladonai, shiru shiru shir chadash, shiru shiru ladonai kol haaretz. We'll keep doing that. Shiru shiru ladonai, shiru shiru shir chadash,
שירו שירו לאדוני
כל הארץ. שירו שירו לאדוני, שירו שירו שיר חדש, שירו שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. One more time. שירו שירו לאדוני, שירו שירו שיר חדש, שירו שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. And now here's a second part. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו שיר לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני, שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. We'll start with the first melody, and you can stay on that melody if you want. Or you can go to the second melody with me when I go there. You choose. Shiru shiru ladonai, shiru shiru shir chadash, shiru shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru shiru ladonai, shiru shiru shir chadash, shiru shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru ladonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru ladonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru ladonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz. Shiru ladonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz.
Singing a new song. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to shir a shir chadash. Sing a new song. Did you do anything new this week, maybe? Was it hard? Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to do something that you naturally want to keep on doing, and you just need to stop and do something new. Or zarua lat tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Light will shine on us. Light will shine on what we need to do in our lives. page 24.
Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha.
The light is shining.
Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Ul yishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ul yishrei lev simcha. Ul yishrei lev simcha.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. God, give us strength. Give us strength to be with our people, to be with ourselves, to be with God. Give us the strength to finish this week that we finished, and give us the courage to enter a time of rest, a time of renewal. L'cha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nikabela. Come on, Shabbat, come into our lives.
L'cha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela.
Page 29.
L'cha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishviyanu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'tehila. L'cha dodi standing and face the east. Page 75. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. The lights are fading. The sun has gone down. The stars are somewhere behind the rain. And we enter the space of love, ahavat olam, the space of love that connects to all of us. The string that illuminating string that ties every soul, every animal, every being together. That has us witness the reality of Shema, the reality of oneness.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Page 79.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך
ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך נפשך ובכל מאודיך.
Loving God with all of our heart and soul. You know, there doesn't need to be 2-letter bets in Levavcha. You just need 1-letter bet. And the rabbis question that. Why is it written heart with 2 when you only need 1? And one answer is because we all have many different sides to us. And actually, God's not asking us to be goody-goodies. We don't have to come to God with just our good side. We can come to God with our confused side, our angry side, our frustrated side, all of it. Levavecha. All of those sides. That's how we truly love, with our full self. Mi chamocha ba'ilim Adonai. Who are you, Eternal One, beyond what I can even comprehend? Page 81. Help us to lie down. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Help us lie down with Livavecha, with all of us, all of our hearts, with the shlemut of our lev, with the wholeness and fullness of our hearts. A prayer for letting go, page 82.
וחסידנו מלכנו אלוהינו לחיים וחסידנו מלכנו אלוהינו לשלום וחסידנו מלכנו לחיים ושמות צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם.
De'ad olam, forever and ever.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום וחסידנו מלכנו
אלוהינו לשלום וחסידנו
אדוני אלוהינו לשלום וחסידנו מלכנו לחיים וחמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Adonai, tzifatai titach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Page 87.
Page 83, is it?
88.
Page 88. מקלקל חיים וחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה.
Mi chamocha ba'al gevurot umi dome lach. Who is powerful like you? There is no other. The one who heals, the one who gives us strength when we're keeling over, whether we're in the hospital room, whether we're holding the hand of someone we love who's in pain. We ask for healing. El na rafana la, el na rafana lo, el na rafana lahem. Please, God, heal all those we love. Please, God, heal them. If not body, then soul. healing of body and soul. Amen. Just a couple of announcements before I share some words of Torah. This week, there's a lot going on. There has been a lot going on. So just a week from today, we're going to
They always do.
a week from today, we're going to hear from our teens. So it's another TIOH Speak Shabbat. So we're going to have a shorter service, no drosh, and dinner. And then afterwards, Liana Wertman, who is our teen director, is going to interview 4 of our teens about what it's like to be a teen in 2023. Issues of mental health, anti-Semitism, Jewish identity. It really will be great. So I hope that we all come out and support our teens. Also, our Women's Seder is coming up. Anyone who identifies as a woman is welcome, March 28th. Project Elijah is happening again this year. So what's Project Elijah? If you have 1 seat, 2 seats at your Seder table, and you're open to taking someone in from the synagogue, let us know. And if you need a seat at someone's Seder, let us know, and we'll do some matching, okay? Also, this Sunday starts a series of 3 Sundays where we're having scholars come. I'm telling you, these scholars are like really good people and amazing scholars. So this Sunday at 10 a.m., Dr. Rabbi Aryeh Cohen is going to be teaching in the boardroom. Everyone's welcome. He is an incredible teacher. Rabbi Josie Hudson's coming back. Yay, Josie. She's going to be teaching. And Dr. Rabbi Jonathan Zasloff from UCLA is also going to be teaching. So just look on the website. Come to anything. They're open to all. Tuesdays with Mari is happening in April, and the Women's Retreat is happening May 12 to 14. I'm sorry, there are all these things that men are well left out of, but you know what? You gotta just get yourselves together, men. What, Zach?
In early May, a men's dodger game.
Okay, fine. All right. So you'll have one afternoon together. Good for you guys. So, just a bit of Torah.
Want some help here?
I got it.
You got it?
All right. All right. So, now this one. All right. I know, you don't have to tell me, I know that being judgmental of those we love is unhealthy. I know. But I never realized that we learned our judgmental ways from God. Here's what I'm talking about. You know the expression that we're the hardest on those we love most? If you've never heard that, God bless you. Maybe you haven't met my mom. So she would always say, I'm only telling you this because I love you. Yes. Something's wrong with your nose, Michelle. That color looks bad on you. Never be dependent on your husband's income. Learn how to navigate the subway system. I'm 12 years old. Put your napkin on your lap. Take your elbows off of the table. Yes, harsh. Yes, helpful. Yes, lots of wisdom. That said, I never knew that God was my mom's role model. See, this week's Torah portion features a dramatic scene. It's actually like if I was caught on the street Rabbi Michelle, what's your favorite scene in the entire Torah? This week's Torah portion. The Jews have escaped slavery, they've received the Torah, they're wandering, and now Moses says to God, "Who are you? Show me your ways." And you might know the story. God says, well, nobody really sees me face to face, but if you go in that rock and turn your back, I will pass over you and I will share my name with you. And then God shares God's name with Moses. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum, V'chanum, Erech Alpaim, V'rav Chesed, V'emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nosei Avon, V'chesha. You might know that because we chant that every year on high holidays when we take the Torah out. We chant it also on the Shlosh Regalim, the 3 pilgrimage holidays. God's name. God is someone, something, some being, some force that is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in kindness, faithfulness, extending kindness to the 1,000th generation, forgiving iniquity, transgression, sin, and it goes on. It goes on to say, and also remits punishment, visiting the iniquity of parents upon children and children's children upon the 3rd and 4th generation. We leave that part out when we chant. Harsh. So who is God? Is God kind and forgiving? Or harsh and judgmental? Yes, and yes. And who are we? Yes, and yes. There's actually a very beautiful story in the Talmud about this very verse. Rabbi Yochanan teaches that it would be blasphemous to say these words about God, that God is harsh and judgmental. But lo and behold, says Rabbi Yochanan, that's what the Torah verse says. And so Rabbi Yochanan says, this verse is actually used by God to help God through God's judgmental tendencies. So what does God do with this verse? Rabbi Yochanan says that when God gets angry or frustrated with our behavior, God wraps God's self in a talit and chants these words to God's self. And then after hearing these words, God forgives the Jewish people our mistakes and our poor choices. Imagine if we used that technique every time we got frustrated with a loved one. Imagine we took a breath and we wrapped ourselves in patience, in space, in chesed, in loving kindness. And then I don't know what we chant. And then we'd remind ourselves that even God loses it at times. There's actually a rabbinic concept called bikrovei ekavesh. Literally, to those I'm closest to, my krovim, my relatives, that's who I show my holiness to. This original phrase is actually in a pretty ugly part of the Torah. It's when Aaron is in mourning. And it makes me wonder, do the ones closest to me, closest to you, closest to who we really are those the ones that see our real me, our real you, our real us? And is that the beautiful and the ugly? The things that we're proud of and the parts of ourselves that are maybe not too admirable? How do you say that word? Admirable? Probably. And if that's true, then how are we supposed to manage that awareness? Is it possible to soften the real us in front of those we love? And can we take the real others, the parts of others that bother the heck out of us, with a bit more of an open heart? The Kiddushat HaLevi, he lived in the 1700s, the late 1700s. He compares God here to a human king. And he teaches that God is aware that ein tzaddik lo yichateh. There has never, ever been a righteous person who every once in a while doesn't sin. And he teaches that all human kings want their children to lead lives that reflect their aristocratic background. And that said, a king, he won't disown his child if now and again he or she steps out of line. And since the Jewish people are God's children, we too step out of line sometimes. But God uses a compassionate yardstick when dealing with us because God knows we, and this is Kiddushat HaLevi's words, we live in an environment that is fraught with a multitude of temptations. And we don't always make the right choice. We live in an environment fraught with a multitude of temptations. Are we harsh and judgmental at times with those we love? Yes, and we learn this from God. And can we expand our compassion and try to be more generous with our love? Yes, and we learn this from God too. It's a blessing to live, and it's a challenge to live. Disappointments are often part of our most intimate relationships. Others let us down. We let others down. But let's be gentle as we struggle together. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol. It is upon us to walk through this world with justice in one hand and with chesed in another. Sheets are on your chairs. We rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא. והשב אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים. והשב אותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים. אינו
This week we have suffered the loss of, or this month we have suffered the loss of Seymour Lichtenstein and Diane Sontag. And this week we've remembered the yahrzeits of Hannah Andaman, Ruth Ellen Anker, Edward Kaplan, Joseph Fredman, Philip Goldhammer, Sylvia Goldman, Lawrence Hoff-Senior, Ruth Kay, Jimmy Kleinman, Florence Codeman Adler, Alan Kosloff, Agnes Kuhn, Abraham Maxwell, June Maxwell, Max Melmed, Paul Mueller, Erwin Niemberg, Matthew John Power, Marty Powers, Manny Rappaport, Mervyn Rifkin, Keith Sachs, Henry Samulon, Caroline Salines, Lawrence Weiner, and Arthur Wolpe. If you're remembering a yahrzeit and I didn't mention a name, please say the person's name out loud.
Danny Whiteman.
We're on page 292 from Mourner's Kaddish. We also remember those in the Middle East who have died due to violence, as well as all those tens of thousands who have died in the earthquake in Syria and Turkey. The loss is overwhelming. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divrach cherutei v'al mich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayet kol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'visman kariv v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudasha b'reichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tishbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiran bi'alma v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh
Oliver is going to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi. And I also want to welcome Jack and Jackson, who are here visiting from LMU University. Raise your hand. And they're learning about Judaism and Jewish culture and prayer. So walk up to them and scare them. And also I wanted to say that Michael is celebrating his first year living in an apartment on his own. So this is a big mazel tov for Michael as well. All right, page 294 for Kiddush and Motzi.
Ri Hagafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvotav V'ratzavanu B'Shabbat Kodsho B'Ahava Uvratzon Inhilanu Zikaron Lema'aseh Bereshit Ki hu yom tehila Lemekrai Kodesh Zeher Tehiyat Mitzrayim Kivanu Baharta Veltanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim Beshabbat Kodsheha Be'ahava Uratzon Inhaltanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat
L'chaim. That was excellent.
It's juice, so take a drink. Okay, and now Motzi, ready? He doesn't like it. You can put it down, love. Perfect.
But don't break it. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lehem min haaretz
B'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom.